A new Ascended hero joins the battle. Because I wasn't leaked, I actually thought they meant Thor for a moment. I was just like, wait a second.
Thought it was Thor too. Don't worry, the leaks did not make that clear.
I'm so confused. Ambiguous. I was, guys, again, if you think about it, release Thor in Tempest Trials. He's Thor. You fight Thor. You're like, oh my god, Thor's good. Thor kicking my butt right now. Everyone dead. You're like, okay, Thor released. I get wallet out. I throw money at phone, and I get Thor. Like, I thought that was the proposition. But like, nope.
Nope. Let's just skip the Laegjarn, even though she hasn't been fought yet.
Yeah. But that's the thing that got to me with Thor. It was just like, wait a second, you're teasing Laegjarn all this time, and just randomly, Thor is here.
But we're just gonna go let you summon Laegjarn anyways.
Double jibbing.
I don't understand what they're doing. Like, listen, chat, it's not a big deal. It's not. But who's thinking this up? Like, what kind of thought process is this?
A very convoluted one.
Makes more sense since the next month is going to be the final Ice and Flame thing, so it'd be weird to introduce her there.
I mean, it technically makes sense, but it's still...
I know, but then you could just change the story to set up Thor better, because it just feels like Thor's there for no reason.
Well, Thor has been kind of talking for a couple chapters of this.
Okay, Thor has been talking for 2 years, just so you know.
This is true.
I wish
giving her
they didn't give her any explanation for, at least in the beginning, why she was in the Tempest trial. Like, I mean, the beginning of this one. Like, they just were talking about, like, Laegjarn being champion, and then Thor's just there. So
yeah,
it's
came out of left. Not gonna lie, it did come out of left field. So Thor's lurking, slipping back into the shadows, and Laegjarn deciding, now's the time to be the unit. I don't get it.
Yes, and about Laegjarn, for some reason they decided to unshackle her voice actor from her pseudonym of Alicia Stratton. She's using her real name for this one, Abby Trott. Same voice as Annette and Nana.
That's surprising. Usually they do that because they don't, for voice guild reasons, but
yeah. They I don't know why they did it now, but
I don't know.
Maybe she's getting paid proper wages now.
She's a really sweet woman, so I hope so.
Guys, what's the thing that catches your eye immediately about Laegjarn?
Her bow.
The fact that her artist is not her original artist, I thought it was.
Oh yeah, this art does look like a huge upgrade. But yeah, Penacor is just amazing.
Yeah, it was done by Maishima Shigeki before, who did Ascended Laegjarn, so I thought it was going to be the same thing, and nope.
Yeah.
It's not.
I didn't notice, but yeah, her heels are pretty nice.
Yeah, I want to point out her heels. Her art as a whole is very interesting, not just because her boobs and hips are huge, guys. Let's look past that for a moment. Her helmet, let's start with there. You look at her face and you're like, oh, that's Laegjarn, she's pretty. But you look at the helmet and she's like, wait, what the heck is that? It looks really goofy.
I mean, her original helmet did kind of have that motif going on, but man, they went all in on that.
They went really heavy into it. That's an interesting little design choice they gave. Now, of course, her bow takes a lot of attention because it's just literally going across the screen. Very interesting, very like, that bow is huge. That's legitimately a war bow.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's the biggest bow in the game. I thought like Alm had a big one.
Astrid is right there.
Wait,
does Astrid have like a huge
Astrid
bow? I didn't really notice.
I didn't think it was that big.
In her attacking art, if you look at it.
Okay. All right, but no, the other thing was just her heels. Like, there's so many like interesting details. They did a great job. This is like a 10 out of 10 on art scale, chat. It's pretty clean. It's pretty easy too.
Fantastic art.
But her feet aren't very big, but them heels, my god, that would puncture you. So I hope those who have stepping fetishes don't see it through, because you will absolutely die.
Oh yeah.
Yes, like Ninja Shamir. Penacor's been like being hired more, which is great. My favorite among Fire Emblem artists would be Kuboon and Penacor, I would think. I think there's one more, but not coming to me right now. I'm bad with names when I'm tired.
Is it what is it? Legendary Sigurd and Resplendent Eldigan's artist? What?
Oh, I also really like them, but I wouldn't put them in the top 3. They make everything look angelic.
Yeah, that's true.
This artist is Penacor has been in this for so long. He was literally his first art was Eldigan, base Eldigan.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, they've
made such huge strides.
Yeah, because Pennecoar's Eldigan wasn't that great, but man, compare that to where they are now.
What? I love it. It's so majestic.
I think it's fine. I think his art recently has eclipsed it for sure.
Yeah. But man, what amazing art.
Because if you asked me if I remember Pennecoar's earliest art, I would have just said no. Because Eldigan, my goodness, that was plain. It did not stand apart from any of art when the game first launched. But that's a huge improvement to what it is today.
Exactly.
Okay. About the hero, though, this is a kit. I really do wish that Swiss Sparrow was a catch skill, though, but this is a kit.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't have penalties in her kit, so it makes sense to a degree. Can't really. Yeah.
I get that, but yeah. Swiss Sparrow 3, guys, has just been on so many other heroes. But then again, did I want them to go attack speed push for the 20th time on a female? No.
No. We don't need that, especially... Oh, wait, no, there is no HP threshold. Huh.
Right. But really quickly, Swiss Sparrow 3 is fine. 80 Trace 3, that's always really nice to have. I'm glad they didn't try and like be fancy and put something new in the game, which she wouldn't fully utilize. No, it had to be attack defense -3.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, could have done speed, but no, I prefer attack defense -3.
Yeah. No, I think that her damage output is more important to me, personally.
Yeah. And then she also introduces Rouse attack speed 4. I didn't expect us to get tier 4 Rouses. And
nor did I. This was a curveball.
Yeah, when I first saw it, I was like, is it Rouse attack speed 3? It didn't even catch my attention at all, but it's the first time ever, and now we know what they do. It's Null Panic. And it's so impressive because that's the reason why I don't care about like buffs in general nowadays. Panic is everywhere. You lose your buffs so quickly, if not detrimental to your unit. So
yeah. I mean, I'm more worried about lulls personally because those are actually just everywhere in some form or another between weapons and lull skills, but panic is an ever-lurking threat that the second you face it and you're a unit that relies on your buffs, oops, there goes your buffs.
Yep. But now with Null Panic being introduced, that is so good. Now, it's not a huge increase in stats. In fact, it's not even an increase in stats, but it's about the Null Panic.
Just an extra effect, which is nice. At least they didn't have to like completely revamp the skill and like or just give it like a tiny bit of extra stats. Yeah, they just kept it the same with an extra effect, which is kind of cool.
Rouse was already good, so adding in something as powerful as Null Panic on top is really, really powerful.
Yes. So yeah, I'm happy with her kit. But the biggest thing, of course, is her bow. Flame of Muspel. It's a slaying weapon, which, by the way, is not everything being released nowadays. You flip a coin. Is it heads or tails? Because that's basically how they decide special trigger cooldown count -1 at this point. That's what it feels like.
If it's tails, attack or speed +3.
If you are destined to be meta playing, if you're destined to be interesting but not necessarily meta dictating, then you're probably going to have attacker speed +3.
Yes. Alright, with that said though, affecting its flying foes, if bonus is active on unit, grants attack speed +6 and attack speed defense res during combat equals 50% of total bonuses on unit and foe, max +12. It's really nice to see that she follow Laegjarn's base kit, post refined.
Yep. It right down to the following effect too.
Yes.
To a degree.
To a degree, but that's basically guaranteed, honestly. If you just give her a buff, she'll have it.
Yeah. Well, I'm also meaning like past that with the
null follow-up, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. If total bonuses on unit and foes over 10, neutralize effects that prevent units follow-up attacks. Partial not follow-up, but the important part, because I think she's expected to kill in the first 2 shots anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
She's hyper-offensive.
Yeah, it's literally it's just new. It's just new, but a bow, for the most part anyways. And that is really good.
But having it slaying is really important. Mew doesn't have that, so...
Yeah, no, that's actually really good, because with your basic Rouse attack speed, you're already getting attack speed 12 and def res 6 off Flame of Muspel.
Yeah.
With partial follow-up.
Actually, the thing is, +12, potential of +12 to all stats, right?
Yep. If you have Spectrum +6 to all stats, 6, 12, 18, 24 is 12.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well... This is the character is quite amazing because if you look at her stats, low res makes perfect sense because it is Laegjarn after all. But this is a character that definitely does not need to run like something like Desperation Beast Slot. or anything else. It's just perfect. With 30 defense, Flame of Muspel, with her B slot, she actually can find herself 40 plus defense. Not that difficult. But you're supposed to be buffing her anyways, so.
Yep. And by the way, for reference, New was 40% of buffs into bonuses, so it's actually slightly better, which is why it's so much more synergetic with like a Spectrum buff.
That's fair.
Yeah, +6 to all stats gives you their max, whereas Laegjarn base has to try a little harder.
Mm-hmm.
But that's really good. Because yeah, if you go +6 def res as well, that puts you up to 36, 48, 51 defense with Trace. Yeah.
Yep.
That's the kind of stuff that Laegjarn's dealing with if you actually go all the way. And you can only lull it. You can't panic it anymore if she has her rouse buff.
Yep. Okay, but yeah, her overall stats are really good. 40 HP, I believe that is 53 attack, 41 speed, 30 defense, and 18 res. She could be a bit quicker, but if she's initiating, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I mean, it would only be like she's probably gonna have a super boon, is the way I see it. And because you can, and remember, she's ascended, so you can take attack speed super boons. Probably both are gonna be super boons, anyways. So that's actually really good. If you can get like a plus speed minus res or plus attack minus res Laegjarn and just ascend that, you're probably fine off a one-off copy. That'd be amazing.
Right. So here's the thing. I want to ask you guys, do you think she's going to be as good as, or if even better than Harmonic Leaf?
Oh, yeah, no.
If it was
because here's the thing. Archers, Cav Archers, don't even see very many of them in Aether Raid's defense anymore, but Harmonic Leaf still catches people off guard because of the miracle effect. However, you have partial off up here and potential of a lot more extra stats.
I can see it. I can definitely see her being a threat.
Their applications are different in a way, though.
On offense, I think Leaf has way more value, and on defense, the only, like, I think as a unit, Laegjarn is better, but Leaf providing, obviously, like, the duo's hindrance value would be more helpful, I'd say, overall, because they're both still Archer Cavaliers at the end of the day, which means they're going to die pretty easily.
I mean,
well, Leaf has the miracle effect.
Yeah, but
Leaf does have that, but he's also prone to getting one shot anyway.
Well, yeah, if he gets one shot by like a bonfire vector, then yeah, he's toast. So.
Yeah. The thing is that Laegjarn can actually tank. That's the one thing that she does uniquely, is that she can tank. That and the fact that she's guaranteeing her follow-ups realistically, which is potentially very useful. Because then you can run Heavy Blade on Laegjarn, which is very viable to basically guarantee that you'll proc a 2 cooldown special even against guard, which is really unique. With that partial no follow-up. I think she has potential. Yeah, the duo's hindrance thing is, of course, a major boon. But for one thing, Leaf is seasonal, whereas Laegjarn is main pool. And Sparkable.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm not really sure if anyone's going to make plus... Well, I'm sure someone's going to make plus 10 Laegjarn, but I'm not really sure if people are going to like...
It's not going to be levels of popular. I'm not going to...
Right, no, but I'm not sure if anyone's going to do that for like, hey, I want her in my Aether Raid's defense team, and I need her at plus 10.
No. I think
I'm not sure if that's the case.
I think she's still a very, very good defense unit because she can actually tank and potentially guarantee specials. Like, she has unique assets that do make her quite interesting, but she's not gonna be Fjorm. Fjorm just has such a strong position in the meta, whereas Laegjarn, while great in the meta, is not as dictating in it.
You're not beating Fjorm unless you have guard. That's basically how it goes.
Yeah.
And even if you have guard, it might not even work out, but...
Well, Laegjarn has defense.
She has defense.
Yeah.
But without a special trigger. Well, if she fights 2 ice mirrors, I'm not sure how well that goes.
Well, Fjorm would have to follow up, and realistically, because Laegjarn has much more speed in her kit than Fjorm does, she'll double.
Wait.
Fjorm only has...
Is it much more?
Well,
hold on.
Put it this way, Laegjarn is gonna... If she has a speed plus attack speed 6 buff from Rouse, that puts her up to 47, 54, 66 speed.
I understand when you're calculating for Rouse, but I'm not even sure if she's going to be able to use Rouse, because if you think about like deploying her with Rouse in mind, it's kind of strange.
Well, as long as she has any buff, realistically, even if it's like a post rally or like a refreshed buff of like +3 all stats from Peony, That's
right,
still
but
gonna
I'm
give you
thinking about
speed.
like, hey, if you run her in a knot line, it's gonna be rough because she's not gonna have her rouse, and then you have to find another buff for her. And if you run her on Astra seasons, Anima seasons, now it's even weirder because if you do isolate her, people can just like smite in Regan or something and get the kill and just back off. Like it could get really awkward.
For that matter, defense saviors are becoming more common. But that said, any buff, it already puts Laegjarn up to 47, 54 speed initiating just off of her bow and base A slot, whereas Fjorm, I think, only hits 45 speed, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought she hits her 50s.
With posture.
Yeah.
Let's see. Fjorm hits 41, 47 speed. So Laegjarn naturally doubles since Fjorm doesn't have stats on Nifl's Bite. That's the big thing. So realistically, in most scenarios, especially with Blade Session Seal being as common as it is, Laegjarn should double Fjorm, especially if she has any actual buffs.
Okay.
So there is that.
Fjorm does have more enemy phase. It's interesting debate because I'm not really sure.
And
I expect Laegjarn to be used on Ether 8's defense, not on Ether 8's offense. And if it's on Ether 8's defense against a player's Fjorm, they have so much more control.
They do.
And to get to manipulate the battle a lot better. So that's why I'm not completely set on her. Just, hey, she's gonna double Fjorm. I'm not so clear cut on that.
It's mostly because of Blade Session and Fjorm can't use dolls. So if Laegjarn gets any buffs, there's a good chance she's going to keep them. That plus the fact that Laegjarn can just switch to guard on B slot. Obviously, as soon as it gets damaged, it's a big whoop. But guard B slot is basically one of her best options to counter Fjorm anyways.
Okay, well, I'm just glad there's even a discussion here because my worry for a lot of these archers being released nowadays is like, hey, cool, they're really good. No one's going to use them.
Yeah, that's what happened with Wolf for me. I'm not a big fan of Wolf just because.
Which, by the way, with Wolf, I'm so positive that someone's going to use him. I just haven't seen it yet.
He's really good. It's just that I think
good. Just that's it. He's good.
Yeah.
That was my worry for Laegjarn, but I'm glad because I do hope to see her. I want her to be used. I always felt bad that she wasn't used, like all the way back on her first initial release because she was just red dual flying fodder. Yep. I'm just glad she's not fodder. And
oh no, definitely. I mean, people are going to use Rouse fodder, and I'll say right now I expect to see some Rouse attack speed for legendary Marths because not only does
oh my god, you're right.
Yeah.
Holy shit, guys, she's perfect fodder. You get Rouse attack speed 4 with AD Far Trace 3. Oh, you're so
for
happy.
Arena, that's going to be a very good set for a Legendary Marth for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Rouse Far Trace, yeah, you're right about that too. That's going to be so many range calves can use that. Doesn't matter.
Oh.
I don't expect it to happen a lot though. Mostly because
Cavaliers definitely not.
Ascended units are just you get a free boon on them. Easy money is the way I see it.
It's
so
really nice.
Fodders for saying I'm blocking everyone that fodders her.
I'm not.
Well, he's gonna have to block a lot of people.
It's okay. I only want her for the floor it.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's enough about Laegjarn. She's good. I'm just glad. Yeah. I'm glad she's gonna be used.
I think she has a valid place, and because she's sparkable, I expect to see an actually considerable number. Just not few arm levels, but good.
Okay, bonus. I think everyone already knows how these banners work. They originally make them a four hero banner, and then they squeeze a Ascended hero in, and then squeeze a hero out. And in this case, it was Tanith.
Yes.
Going to be one of the best demotes for a lot of people, because once again, 180 BST.
And she's our first sword demote since Sylvia.
In 2018.
Holy crap! Chat, do you realize what that means? Our first 180 BST sword demo is a flyer.
Yeah.
What? A flyer? God damn it, Nemesis!
That doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah. I mean, they could be a so group. It's not likely. Tanith is actually going to be an amazing arena project. And most likely, she's going to be fast, so she'll actually have a good play.
She'll be fast.
So, okay, I couldn't tell what the weapon is though. That's my own problem.
Yeah, everyone's trying to figure out what it is, but
I thought it was a perf because it looks so unique.
Well, it's not her art. her art would reference it.
It also couldn't be a PRF because she uses that 4-star.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Wait.
right, that too. She's all the units 4-star.
Wait, how do you, is this as a 4-star?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It's most
a silver
likely
border.
as a
It's an inheritable path, but
an inheritable path that we haven't seen yet. Yeah.
Not necessarily.
And what weapon is this?
Well, the design doesn't look like what we've seen.
I mean, swords are kind of harder to, keep a design archetype, but I actually have absolutely zero clue.
It could be a seasonal weapon that.
It's probably one of the seasonal weapons demoting like Unbound Lance and all those, but I just don't know which.
Which, by the way, if it's a sword version of Unbound Lance,
We already
it
have
won't
that.
be
It's
because
Unbound
that's
like I
what's her
said,
name? Manan.
Unbound Blade, Anon.
Oh, wait, you're right.
Yeah, it could be like
Then
stout
what the? No, I
sword.
really can't think of it. Then what is
It could
this?
be like the stout weapons where it's attack.
She also gets
death
attack
+5,
defense +7.
which
I don't
is hard
remember.
to say. It could be
Yeah.
attack
That
death
could
form.
be anything, really.
Yeah,
It could be.
because the depending on her 4-star skill, it could be like attack like I don't know, defense catch 2 or like sturdy blow 1.
It could
People
be.
say it's stout sword.
It could be stout blade because if it's already that's 2, 5. It could. Yeah, that actually is a very good point. Wait a minute.
Stout sword would be actually quite nice, though.
Yeah.
Well, that's
if-
attack defense +5.
And
yeah, and then
neutralizes
30 blow
penalties.
1 at that point.
Wait, but she would use it terribly.
Well,
She's
so-
gonna have speed.
Roshan-
Yeah, it doesn't really.
either.
I'm looking at it, doesn't really look like stout sword, but maybe. But I don't
It
think so.
could be.
It's a fat edge.
It could be steadfast, which is the attack def +5 neutralize units penalties to attack def.
Oh, whatever. We'll see.
Yeah, it could be
Oh,
that
stout.
with sturdy blow 1.
Oh, I was confusing stout and the
Yeah.
steadfast weapons. Yeah.
So it could be steadfast blade with sturdy blow 1, which would mean it's 5-star lock sturdy blow again, but that's still a solid sword to demote. It would be the equivalent to carrot cudgel. No, that is.
Yeah,
I'd rather wait 3 days at this point. This is
Yeah.
too hard to guess.
It's most likely going to be steadfast blade, is at least my
Okay.
guess. But
Okay.
And
if
there's
Tanith
okay.
has,
I think it's
if Tanith has good speed, then
she
yeah,
will.
we're looking at one of the best demotes for most people. 180 BST sword, regardless of what movement type, but especially because she's a flyer, you can use things like orders, trace, a lot of skill flexibility. Gale Force builds are open. Really powerful demote, and likely a
Okay.
very popular +10.
Okay.
You know
but
what
now
this
we're-
means, chat? The play now, I think, is stop saving for +10 of regular heroes. Save for +10 legendaries. Because at this point, Eyes is like just full on shown us, hey, you can eventually make all these free-to-play heroes who aren't 5-star locked into +10s. If not, straight up through grails. So if you really care about scoring now, it's just all about legendary. If you care about arena anyways.
Yeah. I mean, I'm personally too much of a collector to make that choice, but if I were
Yeah.
to make a concerted effort on Arena, I'd be looking at those remix banners. They're just the best place to get +10 legendaries.
Especially for the colorless ones like Robin and then assumably like Air and Legendary Helm in the future.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
All right.
yeah. Needless to say, though, especially with Tanith, the colors are open at this point. You could literally have a comp of Tanith, Marcia, and Ninja Shamir, color balanced, 180 BST minimum across that arena core. And then you could use like Young Innis, and you would actually score 180 BST flat, which is like really high for arena.
With-
That's
good
actually,
units
that's
all
more than
around.
good enough.
Yeah.
Which is why I keep mentioning now, like now, it's all about the legendary and or your bonus hero. That's all it is about it now. Because before, no, seriously, like, it's so weird to think about the game being more free-to-play friendly from the respect of scoring anyways.
Yeah. No,
But the big play now is really just, hey, do you want to save for legendaries? Because that's basically it.
Yep. Because eventually it's going to get pushed up a little bit, but if you really want to get ahead in the game, it's going to be legendaries, because needless to say, the demotes have become quite generous.
Yeah.
And actually, it's not even that they score well, it's that they perform well in that regard.
Yep.
Like, these are actual units and not having to use, like, Valbar, for example, for scoring or bouncing. You can actually get something out of it.
Yeah. How about plus 10 duels? Actually, I think I care more about harmonics at this point. I'm actually not even sure about duels anymore.
Duos score way better than harmonics. I would only say, I think harmonics are better if as one-offs for the most part, but plus 10 duos, between their duo skills and the fact that they score insanely high, like, if you have a plus 10 Ninjoran, you're probably
195.
Yeah, that's a 195 BST Cav Mage with self-refresh for Arena, which is just broken.
I mean, I guess
broken.
I mean, I guess that argument is there for if you can afford to make, if you have a plus 10 duel and you don't need a plus 10 legendary, then I think that's the idea.
Legendaries have way too much score swing, where if you need the scoring explicitly, then plus 10 legendary I think is the first and foremost priority. But plus 10 duos, if you're looking from there, are just extremely powerful and can potentially just completely trivialize the arena content for the most part.
But the point is, it's better than what it was before, which was you 5-star or you fucked. That's basically it.
Yeah, basically. At least now there are options, and not Flame Emperor, Valbar, and things like that. Like, there are some genuinely usable options.
Even if you're looking for armors, Benny is like an extremely good option.
Exactly.
I still don't even have a Benny.
I'm glad I finally got 2 of him recently. And
I'm up to... I could be up to +2. Not gonna finish him.
IS is being mean, not giving me all 11 of him right away.
Well,
this is what I mean.
You have like 6 of him, so don't
no, I
go
don't.
complaining.
I only have 2.
Oh,
What?
I thought you said...
Are you telling me of all of us here, how long has Benny been out? We have okay, I have 0, and you guys all have 2. You're kidding me.
So, Legion
wait, no, actually, I think I have 3. I have 3, I think.
So collectively, we still can't plus 10 Benny.
So yeah, if you add everybody here, and we're all really active players, we still can't make 1 plus 10 Benny.
Yep.
The Benny curse.
That's so depressing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's why even the... I mean, I hope Tanith gets some free copies.
Guys, he's just too shy to come home. He's just hanging with his bird friends. He doesn't want to be someone yet.
That's why the 4-star special rate, 4-star focus rate is so powerful, because Tanith, hopefully she gets some free copies, but Marcia, on the other hand, people can reasonably plus 10 her in this banner within a few hundred orbs. Much easier than having to try to plus 10 somebody who never even has a focus. Just saying.
Yes.
Okay.
Are we finally set and ready to move on to the last thing? Okay,
chat. Are you going to pull on the new banner? Yes, I'm going to try pulling for all of them on the banner. No, I'm saving my orbs on another banner. Yes, I'm going... Wait. Did I even give you guys the form? I did. All right, here it is again. Vote if you want. So, for me... Oh, man, this is rough, because I like the series. I'm going for Volke, going for Astrid, going for Marcia, going for Laegjarn. I love Laegjarn. Crap, no I don't. I like Fjord more. I'm sorry! But I like her look more. And then what does Faye have to do with me, Kappa? And no, but I am playing some other gacha games such as Princess Connect and Blue Archive since FGO is dead this week. I would like to start Blue Archive. Please join me there. With that said, no, I'm not summoning on the banner, chat. I can't. I'm going to get my plus 10 Bravado Guard and then I go for the Mythic banner.
I was like, uh-oh. I see where your orbs are going.
I can't. I just can't. I have no orbs. I like the characters, but got no orbs, so there's not much of a question here.
For a split second, my eyes...
Recall what you're looking for.
My eyes tricked me on Volke, and I could have sworn for a second I said, yes, I'm going to spend gold for Volke. I was like, haha, that's a good one, Frenzy. And I was like, but I must be blind, because...
Yeah, it is kind of weird. Volke is one of the other units that you spend money to use. And
yeah, people were predicting
that in this one. No Dragon Clouds.
Nothing like that, no.
Visor says unsub Visor, I have no orbs, damn it. Alright. Oh my god. Chat? Very clear who you guys want. I've never seen it this high for a singular character. 40.9% says I'm going to pull for Ascended Laegjarn. I've never seen it that high for one character.
I was not.
I don't even
one
think
of those
Fjorm was
people.
that high. I mean, I think Fjorm had a higher sample size, but I don't even think Fjorm was that high.
40.9%. I'm surprised. Okay, here's the thing. I like Laegjarn. I pointed that out, but she's an archer. This is so weird to me. And she's hot.
Very
I don't
hot.
know. This is so strange to me. Because with Fjorm, you're like, hey, our save. I get to eat glue now. I win. This is not nearly as clear cut. But you guys are really, really into her, huh?
I guess so.
This is probably the most openly for a banner, guys. 20.5% are just straight up going for the banner. So you have over 60%
Yeah.
going for
that
the
is
banner at least.
Almost 70% literally just going for the banner.
Wait, hold up. No one cares about anybody but Volke and Laegjarn. That's it.
You know what? I mean,
I was one of
name
those
it,
three
guys?
people that voted for Volk.
Makes sense because Astrid is not very enticing for me
Like-
at least.
Astrid's just niche. She's the second. She's supposed to be in that slot for a reason. Just kind of there.
Now it's 42.2%. Somebody else voted and it's for Laegjarn. All right. And then 22.2% are not going for the banner. And then 2%, two people voted for, they don't even know what Faye is. All right. But that is your voting for the banner. Interesting. I've never seen it so clear cut for a character.
No kidding.
I'm glad you guys like Laegjarn so much, though.
I will just say the Mythic banner this month is likely going to be extremely dense for good units.
Yes.
So, regardless of how amazing Laegjarn ends up being, just keep that one thing in mind because we do have some. Not to mention the fact that next month is going to have a Sparkable Mythic, most likely. So, couple things to keep in mind besides the fact that Laegjarn is awesome because we do have some really important banners.
Boy, I can't even fathom that we're going to get a Sparkle Mythic and a new book next month.
Yeah.